you know, the actors and writers strikes really put a dent in the release calendar, and we're just seeing, honestly, a lack of product. There were a lot of movies that were supposed to come out this summer that got pushed. For example, there was going to be another Mission Impossible that got pushed to next year. There was going to be a Karate Kid. There was going to be Mufasa, which actually is pushed till December. So there's just a lot of product that's waiting to come out, and because of the strikes, everything got delayed. So that's why we're seeing these kind of wonky box office numbers, and everything's been down.
Okay, so we know Disney, powerhouse at the box office. They didn't release anything for the first 6 months of this year. Kind of as you alluded to, everything's just kind of pushed down. But I want to talk about what I think might be your glimmer of hope. Inside Out 2 is in theaters, and also Deadpool and Wolverine. That's going to hit theaters next month. Do you think Disney can save the summer box office with this latest Pixar motion picture?
Disney absolutely can and is currently saving the summer box office. The final numbers for Inside Out 2 were $155 million this weekend, the second highest opening for an animated film of all time. It also did huge numbers overseas. It was the biggest opening animated film overseas of all time. It made about $295 million globally. So this film has struck a chord with people. You know, it's a 4-quadrant film. You know, families can see it, and the writing is super smart for the film. Now, in terms of Deadpool versus Wolverine, Alexa, this is going to be probably the biggest film of the year. Right now, they're saying it could open to over $200 million, making it the most successful R-rated film of all time. And the film's not even out yet. It comes out July 26th.
Wow, that is huge anticipation and a lot of pressure, too. Okay, I want to ask you, have you seen Inside Out 2, and what are your thoughts?
I loved Inside Out 2. I was a huge fan of the first one. And like I said, I think the reason why this film is resonating with everyone is because when parents take their kids, the writing is so smart that they're getting something out of it in addition to their children. Plus, everyone loves the emotions. There's new emotions in Inside Out 2, and I absolutely love this film. I loved it.
Yeah, this one's definitely on my list. It just looks so cute, and they're always so creative. Well, we talk about some other films that are on the horizon, aside from those two we just talked about, that you think could boost ticket sales.
Yeah, so later this year, we're going to have 3 films coming out that I think are going to do very well. The first one is The Joker 2. Now, this, of course, is the sequel to The Joker starring Joaquin Phoenix. But this year, Lady Gaga joins the cast, and the film is going to be a musical. And I think that that film is going to be huge. Now, the next thing I'm going to talk about, Alexa, mark your calendar for November the 27th. This is going to be the Barbenheimer of this year, because on November the 27th, both Moana 2 and Wicked will come out on the exact same day. Now, both of those movies are tracking very high. Moana 2 was the highest rated trailer in Disney's history. I think it got over 178 million views in one day. And coupled with Wicked is coming out, there's huge buzz about Wicked. Cynthia Erivo and Ariana Grande star in that. But I'm just curious, what's it going to be called? Mo-Wicked? Wicked Anna? Like, what do you think it's going to be called?
Okay, I was thinking about that as you were talking. I was like, oh, that's a little tougher than Barbenheimer. So when we have you back closer to the release, I'll have an answer for you. Don't worry. And I do want to ask, too, because streaming services have become such a big part of this. A lot of people are saying, I don't want to spend the money to go to the movies. I'll either wait till something comes out on streaming, or you know what, my streaming services are providing me plenty of content. How much of an impact do you think streaming services or releases they're putting out this summer will have on the movie theaters?
You know, streaming services have a huge impact on the film business. And like you said, you know, it's really expensive to go to a movie these days. You know, tickets can be over $20. If you go see an IMAX movie, even more than that. So people are, you know, audiences are fickle where they're spending their money, where they can just, you know, be at home and watch a Netflix film. You know, Netflix has huge movies coming out. One of them that comes to mind is there's a film coming out with Cameron Diaz and Jamie Foxx on Netflix. So, streaming services are definitely giving theatrical a run for their money, but there is nothing like the movie going experience in a theater. Hollywood loves a comeback. It's going to come back bigger and better than in 2025. So, you know what? The show must go on, Alexa. The show must go on.
Absolutely. And I agree with you. There is nothing better than hot movie popcorn with whatever that butter is. I don't need to know. It tastes delicious. TV host and entertainment news expert Andrew Freund, thank you so much.
Thanks, Alexa.